Hello everybody, this is Dr. Tangela Colston. I want to welcome you to my channel. I'll be giving a lot of advice on how to be successful in your business and personal life, as well as sharing some of the gems on how you can be successful in your entrepreneurial journey. Hi everybody. Once again, welcome to Dr. Tangela Colston. Welcome to my channel. And today I have a super special guest, Miss Felicia. I'm so honored to have her here on my channel today. I discussed with you guys before that my channel is going to be very transparent to entrepreneurship and personal journeys and hardships, and I do believe that everybody has a story. And not only do everybody have a story, but a lot of times those stories birth brands and ministries and birth things that you do in life. So I decided to have Miss Felicia to come because she has such a dynamic story. And so tell us a little bit about yourself and your brand.
Okay, so my brand, I'm actually coming out with a book that's going to tell a little bit about my journey with having cancer. And also I am in the process of starting a online clothing brand, and it's called the Felicia Ramsey Show.
So the Felicia Ramsey Show. So it sounds like so many things that are going to be kind of birthed from that. So how do people follow you on social media? Tell us a little bit about, right now you're probably wondering who she is and about your journey. So how do people follow you?
Okay, so on Instagram I have two pages. It's Felicia_Ramsey. So the first name is spelled FELICIA_, and then Ramsey, RAMSEY. And I also have the Felicia Ramsey Show. That's also on Instagram. And if you want to follow me on Facebook, you can follow me at Felicia Ramsey. Pretty easy.
Awesome. And so tell us a little bit about cancer. First of all, you look so amazing. Like, you look so beautiful. And a lot of times people say, like, you don't really know what people, go through, or you don't look like what you've been through. So tell us, it's really hard to believe that you had cancer. Like, tell us a little bit about that journey for you.
Well, let's take it back to the beginning. I noticed a lump in my right breast. It was very uncomfortable, so I went to my primary physician. She then sent me to get a mammogram and some further testing, and it came back that I had stage 4 breast cancer, and it had already spread it to my liver. And so I was at basically a very critical point because it was discovered so late. But I serve an awesome God.
But God.
And yeah, I am here. I am happy to be here. I fought it for 4 years. It kept coming back every year. So I went through chemo. It would come back. Chemo, come back. 4 times. And all those 4 times, God brought me through it. And how I got through that was basically listening to gospel music, just reading my Bible, really strengthening my relationship with Him. It was not an easy journey, but it was not a hard one either. It really wasn't.
No, I know a lot of times when we experience hardship and when we go through things, a lot of people fault God. God, why did you do this? Or why me? Or, why does it keep coming back? What have I done?
I feel the tears coming.
Yeah, it's okay. This is a very emotional topic because so many people are affected by, breast cancer, and so many people are affected by loved ones who have had to experience this journey. And so it's okay to cry because you have so much to cry for.
My tears are all happy.
I know, and that's what I'm excited for you. And so, tell us a little bit about that.
So, okay, I'm gonna really try not to just start.
It's okay, cry. It's okay.
For me, I got through it and did not blame God whatsoever because I knew He had my back. That's not something He would give to me, and I knew that. I knew that from the beginning because I already had a relationship with Him, and I know how good He is, and He would never want to see me suffer or go through anything like that. And I know He walked through that journey completely every day with me. He put good people around me. I had a wonderful team of doctors, my family support system, and just every day. I mean, it wasn't easy, but it wasn't hard. I mean, I know people say, well, wow, you were stage 4, you're one step out of the grave, basically, you know. And I always made sure my kids understood that if something did happen to me, if I did not make it for whatever reason, it's okay. It's really okay. And don't be mad at God. Don't blame him, because he really helped me to get through things. Like, it would never, I would never want my kids to fault him or anybody else. You know what I mean?
So I know you mentioned kids. So how many children do you have, and how was that conversation with explaining to them that your mom is dealing with this?
So I have a blended family. I have 3 biological children, and then I have my nephew I raised, and I have my 2 stepsons. So we're a family of 8. We're the Brady Bunch. um, but so, and we all live together, by the way. So we're all in the same household. But in the beginning, I kind of kept it away from them as much as I could, because I just didn't want them to worry. You know, they were in school and they got their own little things going on as kids. I really didn't want to worry them, so I didn't say anything until they got to the point where I had to say something, because they see mommy's changing, whether it be my hair falling out or me getting even thinner or just weak, can't get up. You know, it's different things that I knew that they would be asking questions. And so when they did ask questions, I was always honest with them. I didn't hide anything, but I broke it down to whatever level it needed to be broke down to for each individual child. And each one were able to really handle it. And they really stepped up and even, how can I help mommy? What can I do to help her? Does she need me to do something for her? So they were very supportive. They understood. But I never hid anything once they started asking questions. I never hid anything from them.
So I know that you're married. How was that experience for your husband?
You know what? Believe it or not, I was the second person he had taken care of with cancer. His older brother had cancer as well, and he took care of him. Unfortunately, he lost his race, but that's okay, because he's in heaven, and that's the best place you could ever want to be. And then when we got married, a few years after being married, I got it. And so he kind of already knew what to expect and how to care for me. And he was absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. He never made me feel, even when I felt so ugly, you know, because I was like, man, all my hair is gone. I mean, I just didn't feel pretty anymore. It's just the bottom line. But he always made me feel like I was just beautiful no matter what. And that meant a lot to me. It really did.
Wow. So what was that process like of transforming? You know, a lot of times a lot of people say, keep praying and keep going. How did that feel for you with transforming, into losing your hair or being weak? How did you get through that?
Again, a lot of prayer, because as long as I kept my relationship and the things open with God, I always felt, I guess, like a child almost, to say. Like, I felt like my father was holding me. You know, I felt like I was going to be okay. I really did, honestly. I mean, when you hear you're stage 4 and it's in your body like that and it's spread it, yeah, you know, like, it could be I may not make it. But somewhere deep inside, I just knew I was. I really did. I prepared for the worst, because I didn't
Okay, so wait, when you say you prepared, what does that mean? Like, how do you prepare for the worst? Like, what was the preparation for you? When you say you prepared, what does that mean?
So that would be sitting my kids down and talking to them about, if mommy don't make it. That would be taking my kids to the cemetery. We all, my husband, my mom, my kids, we all went to the cemetery. We all sat down. We went through picking every single thing out. We went out, picked my plot, like everything. Everything was done, so that if I did not make it, they didn't have that stress. You about to make me cry. They didn't have the stress of worrying about what mama would have wanted, or arguing about, no, she would have wanted this, or she, I took all of that off of their hands to deal with. We all sat down as a family. We all did everything as a family. So I've tried to make them understand that that's a part of life. We're born, and then we die, and we go on to be with God. And it's okay. It really is. I wanted them to understand that I didn't fear death, and I would never want them to feel like they should fear death, because when you die, you're actually going to an awesome place. And just be up there with God and Jesus. That's a party. I'm ready to go. Whenever he say it's time, I'm ready. I'm not afraid to die. And I don't want my kids to feel like that. And I don't want them. I mean, I know they would miss me, but I always made them understand. Mommy will be at every wedding, every graduation, every event that you have. Like, I am there. You will feel me. I will be there. So I just tried to make it as easy for them as possible.
Wow, that's big. I do know, as you go higher in God, that you don't look at life and death the same as other people. Understanding that, death is absent from the body, but to be present with God. But I know a lot of people say that because they're not really dealing with that. That you, first and foremost, you are a very, very strong woman.
Thank you.
I know for a fact, just sitting here with you, that God wants to use you. He wants to use your story. He wants to use your light to encourage someone who may have lost hope, to encourage someone that you are not alone, that this is a process, and to not lose hope.
That's right.
No matter how hopeless. I mean, going from stage 4 to sitting on this couch 4 times.
Yeah.
Like, I'm talking about when the enemy trying to take you out.
Oh,
like,
yeah, he was trying.
You
hard.
are not certified. Like, I am here. Like, you are not qualified to deal with me.
That's
like,
right.
I got a whole bigger team.
Yes. Yes.
So I'm definitely inspired by your story. And so, who inspires you?
Joyce Myers. Joyce
Okay.
Myers, I love watching her. I truly do. Like, I watch her in the morning. Sometimes I watch her at night. Sometimes I watch her in the middle of the night. Like, she's so real.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that about her. She's so transparent and she's so real. And may I just add, this young lady, Tangela, inspires me. And I'm so for real with that. I'm so for real with that. If you knew the things that she has on her plate and how the grace of God is just all over her and how she's able to just knock stuff out, like, okay, if she can do it, I can get this done too. Really, truly.
Like, woo!
Yes.
I'm very flattered. I mean, just being amongst amazing women, I think, is what inspires me to keep being that light. Listening to your story and listening to the stories of people that I'm surrounded by and associated with is fuel to my fire. It's like, God have given you another opportunity. And so that's why I push people so hard, because there's something, I'm a visionary, and I see something on the inside of you that this is the bare beginning for you. Like advocate, like survivor, like author, show, encourager, prayer warrior, motivator, like oh my goodness, so many amazing things. What is your
let me add this too. A lot of women too, I didn't mention that I had a double mastectomy as well. And so a lot of women who do go through that don't feel like a woman anymore, or they feel so different. But just know it's not about what the outside, it's all how you feel about yourself in the inside. Don't worry about what others think about you or may say. It's about how you truly feel. You love yourself. Your love will outshine what anybody else's opinion is. Don't put a lot of weight on people's opinion. You're beautiful no matter what. I've had it. Thank God I was able to have implants put in. So, my breasts are gone, but it's okay. I have life, and life is more important than that, So just keep your head up, like really and truly. Don't let the change of how you look make you feel less than, because you're not.
Thank you. Such inspiring words. Like, I'm just so excited. It's like every day you step out, it is a party. Like, it is your birthday. Like, I'm not kidding. I have never met somebody so full of life. Like it is my birthday. I am here. God, you did this for me another day. So I'm just so honored to even be able to know you long enough and to have this conversation where I can sit and have you to tell me about your journey. And, I'm definitely excited about that. So what do we have to look forward to your journey, the Felicia Ramsey Show. Tell us more about what we should expect maybe in the next year or the near future.
Okay, well, I'm in the process, like I said, of writing my book to share my story more in depth and how things went and how I got through and got to the point where I am now. And also an online clothing line, so I'm in the process of starting as well. But I'm also going to implement just me being myself and you getting to see me and my crazy life as well. So it'll be quite interesting. You'll definitely want to follow and kind of see how it all unfolds.
Awesome, awesome. So, with the clothing line, do you plan on offering something for like breast cancer or things for patients who may be transitioning or going through different stages of cancer? Maybe some cute head wraps or, some different things to make them feel beautiful on the outside while they are transitioning through that process on the inside.
Yes, that is something I would also want to implement as well. So it'll be a lot. The clothing line will have a lot to do with my personality, basically, and so yes, a lot of that will be included as well. I'm not going to forget about my girls out there.
I know. I'm so excited. Thank you so much for joining me today. And so she is a member of my network, which is
Yes.
Secret Boss Chick Society. And I'm so honored because we met at another business venture and she immediately hopped in and shared her story with me. And I was completely moved. And she has really been an advocate and a dynamic force in the rise of Secret Boss Chick Society and our movement upward to our next dimension. So, we're not just lady bosses. We are bosses behind our brands and our experiences. And not only do we encourage and motivate each other, but we are here to support each other overall and to support each other through those hardships and just to enjoy life's journey with each other, even when it seems a little dark. So thank you so much again for joining us, and leave your comments below. Felicia have shared on how you can follow her, and so make sure you guys go follow her on Facebook, Instagram. Leave some comments below if you have questions or different things that you want to ask her. And so thank you so much for joining us today, and make sure you are subscribed to my channel, and make sure you hit the little bell so that you're notified for our next YouTube. So thanks again for joining us.